While another man is waiting, a leprous man say, why sit we here? Healthy people are waiting for God to deliver them. Leprous men say, wait. Isaac said to Esau, he said, when you become restless, why is it that God always grows you in restlessness? When they met many years later, the man that did not receive the blessing was richer than the man that received blessing. The man that received blessing, when they met many years later, he was bowing down to another man that did not receive blessing, because the man that didn't get blessing was restless. Hey, he became a warrior. Sir, the man that received blessing, he was here, he was fighting for love. Another man that didn't receive blessing, he said, this little one that I have, I will contend. He contended, and when they met many years later, he came as a warrior. Legitimate children, they were in the house. But when they sent Jephthah out, he didn't go and sit down somewhere and then he's waiting to explain failure. And my uncle did not help me. That's he gathered worthless men like him. He said, okay, we don't get anything to lose. So this thing has given us a freedom. People that have something to lose does not have. We have a freedom that they don't have. We are vagabonds. So let's begin to try new things. Let's begin to try new industries until they discovered that they were warriors in disguise. Many men came to Kevadulam. They thought they were debtors. They thought they were the scum of the society, until they met a man in Kevadulam called David. And David made men who were running away because they were owing. He made men into warriors. You now began to hear of Eliezer, son of Toto. This was a man that was running before, but when he came to Adullam and became restless, something came out of him. Greater sinners are not bettered on the platform of pity, on the platform of crying, on the platform of sorrow. Why sit we here, Julius? Why sit we here waiting for manna to fall from heaven? No, sir. The leprous men say, we shall arise and go to the camp of the enemy. Too many destinies have been swallowed in the room of waiting. As good as waiting upon the Lord is, there are days where you now need to mount up with wings as eagles. Mount up. It's not pride, it's understanding that I've waited. Now it's time to mount up. Someone comes and say, Lord, this ministry you've given me, where will I start? And he's waiting for angels to come and spoon-feed him. Another man understands that wherever I go, ministry goes there. Hey, the Bible said how God anointed Jesus Christ of Nazareth with the Holy Ghost and power, who went about. Sir, there's a type of leading I believe in, and that leading is I will go everywhere until God stops me. Yes, sir. I'm not waiting for, let's sit down here. We are men. We don't rush in destiny. We are in the cave. You'll be forgotten by generation. I've seen the waiters club before. Then we come and say, no, we are waiting on God. I'll say, time and chance happens. So why somebody's here thinking that, if I see somewhere, I'm doing God favor. Another man is saying, I'm going to take one step every day. One step every day. One step every day. 10 years later, the one walking is now flying. Hey, even if it means you crawl, don't stop moving. Why do you think Satan never fights a man in a comfort zone? Because men in comfort zones are not threats to Satan. You are not a threat. Your movement is localized, it's mapped already. You are not a threat. If you stay in comfort, you need to become restless. There's a way restless men pray. Restless men don't sleep when others sleep. There's a way restless men moves. What is upon my life is bigger than this campus. It's bigger than Lagos. It's bigger than the West. It's bigger than Nigeria. The Lord is calling restless men. You think they are vagabonds? No. They are marking territories. They are marking territories.